Okay, so this is question 6 from the 2025 Higher Level Junior Cert Maths paper. So this is question A. The line segment PQ is shown below. Divide the line segment PQ into 3 equal lengths without measuring it. Show all your construction lines clearly. Okay, so we have our line segment here. Okay, so what you would do first is draw a line down along here. Doesn't really matter how long. Then you would place your compass here and draw 3 arcs down along here. So I've got to do this freehand, but let's say you would do one there, and one here. So they should all be the same distance. That distance should be the same as that distance, should be the same as that distance there. Okay, so let's just identify those. So we have PQ, well, let's call them, you can call them whatever you want. Let's say A, B, and C. So the next thing you would do then is connect C up to Q. I'm going to take C, connect it up to Q. And then what you need to do is get a set square and a ruler and draw parallel lines. So your set square will end up here. Your set square will be here. Put your ruler along this way. This is very rough. And just slide the set square up along this way to B. So you would end up with another line up along this way. So you'll end up with 3 parallel lines like this. Those 3 lines are parallel. So you would then mark these sections here. So we've, let's say D, let's say E. And what you should find is that distance should be the same as that distance, should be the same as that distance there. So in other words, the distance PD should be exactly the same as the distance DE, should be exactly the same as the distance EQ. Okay, next question then, part B1. The diagram below shows the triangle ABC. The points D and E are on AB and points F and G are on AC. So DF, EG and BC are parallel. So these 3 lines here are parallel. This one, and this one here. Let's see, the size of some of the angles are given in the diagram. So we have 72 here, we have 28 here. Work out the size of the angles marked X, Y, and Z in the diagram. Okay, so we can work out X anyway. The size of the angle X is going to be equal to 72 degrees because it's corresponding to corresponding angle. If this is 72, this angle here is going to be 72, and this angle here is going to be 72 degrees. So we can easily work out Y then. So the size of the angle Y is going to be equal to 180 degrees. Remember, we have X here as 72 degrees. So all we got to do is add these 2 angles, subtract from 180, and that'll give us Y. So 180 degrees minus 72 degrees minus 28 degrees. When you do that, you get the angle Y, and that's just 80 degrees. So we'll just put that in there. So this is 80 degrees here at Y. Now we've just got to work out Z. Well, if you look at Z here, this angle Z is going to be the same as this angle here. So if we subtract, let's say that's a straight line there, a straight angle. So if we subtract 72 from 180 degrees, that'll give us this angle here, which is corresponding to this angle here. So in other words, this angle here, if you like, is 72 degrees. So all we've got to do is subtract from 180. So let's do that. So the size of the angle Z is equal to 180 degrees minus 72 degrees. When you do that, you get 108 degrees. So that's it. We have X, we have Y, and we have Z. Okay, next question then. Explain why the triangles ABC and ADF are similar but not congruent. So the 2 triangles that we're looking at here are this big one here, this one here, ABC, and we're looking at this small one here, ADF. We can see that they are similar because they have the same size angles. They both have 28 degrees, a common angle. This is 72 degrees here, which is corresponding to this angle here, so that's 72. This is 80, so this angle up here must be 80 as well. It's also corresponding. So they are similar, but the sides are not the same, so they are not congruent. So I just need to write all that out. So I'll just write that out here. So they're similar because the angle CAB is equal to the size of the angle FAD. There, that's a common angle. We can say that the size of the angle CBA is equal to the size of the angle FDA. They're corresponding angles. And finally then we can say therefore the third angle must be the same. So the size of the angle ACB must be equal to the size of the angle AFD. Angles in a triangle there. Angles in a triangle equal 180 degrees. So they are similar. So I would just say something like here, that means the triangle ABC and triangle ADF are similar. So let's see why they're not congruent then. Well, we can just say that the side lengths, the corresponding side lengths are not the same size. So in other words, the size of AC is not equal to the size of AF, and also AB is not equal to AD, and the other side of the corresponding sides of the triangles BC is not equal to DF. So that would just mean then that the two triangles are not congruent. Okay, let's look at the next question. The same triangles are shown again below. This time the lengths of some of the sides are shown. So we're told that AD, DE and EB are all 10, BC is 14.3. Using similar triangles, work out the length GE. So what we're going to do here is use similar triangles. We're going to look at this triangle here, and we're going to look at the big triangle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this side from the smaller triangle, which is 20. I'm going to divide it by its corresponding side length on the big triangle, which is 30. Then I'm going to take this length here, which is GE, divided by its corresponding side length on the big triangle, which is 14.3. So let's do that. So we've got 20 divided by 30, which is equal to the length EG divided by 14.3. So what we've got to do now, because we have a fraction equal to a fraction, is cross multiply. So when you multiply 20 by 14.3, you get 286. Multiply 30 by EG, and then just divide both sides by 30. That'll give you the distance from E to G, which is what we're looking for. When you do that, you get 143 over 15, and we'll just say units. So what you can do as well, if you like, is use decimals. So that would be equal to 9.53 with the 3 repeated. But this answer here is fine. Okay, so that's it for this question.